And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and always providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, and estate planning, tax planning, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show and 80 show categories here where we help you win in any marketplace. That's our number one goal, is to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to educate so we can help you win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone at some point. You're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline number. You can call or text that line anytime. And also bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website, consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors there. You can submit an email form that comes directly through to myself and my team. And we're going to make sure we get right back to you before our head hits the pillow. This segment is brought to you by the Bilmar Beach Resort on beautiful Treasure Island, our official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. The Bilmar Beach Resort, filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought-after destinations in the Treasure Island area for many years. So whether you're planning a quick business trip and you want to add a little beachside pleasure, or families that are on long getaways, every guest there has a full access to a full list of amenities. Check them out online, Bilmar Beach Resort. Give them a call. Talk to Clyde Smith. He's a general manager. Let him know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take him up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio. Chuck Peterson back in studio. Suncoast Roofing. Welcome in, sir.
Thank you. Good to be back. Yeah. Didn't get Didn't make it last month too awful much, but we're here today.
Yeah,
ready to go.
Suncoast Roofing and Construction Services.
Yeah,
I see that now.
Our East Coast, we're expanding a little bit over there, and
nice.
So I grabbed a shirt from over there and thought I'd wear it, make it look good today.
Nice, good stuff. I like that.
Yeah, man.
We got Justin Setzer in the house as well. Executive coaching company is called Plan to Lead. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks, Brandon. Good to be back with you.
Yeah, man. What are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about making sure this summer you're rested well to hit it hard after your vacation.
Yeah, I like that. Good deal. And we're expecting a call from Connor Keller, Insect IQ, going to be on the phones. Connor Keller coming up on the second segment here as well. And as you know, I'm the owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. My wife and I own and operate the Platinum MVP team. We want to help you win in all of your real estate negotiations, buying, selling, or investing. We would love to talk to you. We've got a couple of hot listings here, and we help our sellers maximize the exposure on the sale of their properties. But here's a hot property that we've got listed. This one is in Odessa. It's 12610 Port Marnock Drive in Odessa. This is a gorgeous property. It's over $500,000, just over, slightly over $500,000. But if you look at the beautiful drone photography on our, if maybe you're watching our TV show on Apple TV, Amazon, or Roku, but it's a gorgeous property. Turnberry at the Eagles in Odessa, one of the best lots in the Eagles. You've got water view in the front and back. It's got a great floor plan, pool and spa, granite countertops, just a gorgeous property in Odessa, Florida. Hot real estate property listing, compliments of the Platinum MVP team. Also, 9200 Gun Highway. This property is also in Odessa, and it's at the corner of Racetrack Road. Very popular intersection. A lot of people coming from Tampa to Odessa, up to Lutz. This property is at 9200 Gun Highway, and it's a vacant land parcel, 2.39 acres, with an opportunity for single-family homes or potentially rezone it. But it's a great location, lots of convenient access to downtown Tampa, and of course, it's one of the last, the owner tells me it's the last corner lot that is able to be developed in all of the Gun Highway, Tampa Bay there. So check it out, PlatinumMVPTeam.com. And we got a good feel-good story of the day for you as well. Las Vegas trooper adopts a dog he met at Reno checkpoint. Interesting story here about law enforcement and the gentleman adopting the dog. Interesting stuff. So let's jump right into it. We got Chuck Peterson in the house, a wealth of knowledge around roofing and construction services. And this is that time of year when people might want to have their inspection done, making sure nothing's loose, because those high winds are coming.
Yes, they are. As we know, for the last 3 years, 3 hurricanes in 3 years, we know they're coming at some point.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, we offer a free, evaluation. All you got to do is call any of our offices, and we'll have somebody out there look the roof over. One thing that does for you, it puts you in our system, so that if the high winds do come and you call, you're already in the system and you're first up on the list of people we get back to as quick as we can.
Yeah.
So it's a no cost evaluation, no cost inspection. The guys will come out there, walk the roof, make sure everything's good. Anything we need to tighten up, we can let you know about that, and then you're set for at least till the big winds get here, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, and you guys work as a GAF Master Elite Certified Contractor. Correct. Tell them what that means and how that warranty is just amazing.
Yeah, the GAF Master Elite is the top 2% of GAF installers in the state, and GAF comes and inspects our work every year. So we have to maintain a level of installation quality. The guys have to be trained to install the GAF shingles the right way. And, of course, the warranty that we always talk about is 50 years. It's a 50-year warranty backed by GAF. The first 25 years, non-prorated labor and materials. So if Suncoast were to put the roof on wrong, or something were to go wrong with those shingles, in the first 25 years, GAF covers replacing the whole thing, labor and materials. So it's the only company out there that'll do it, and that's why we're with them. They're the best, and they're the hugest. I say huge is pretty good English there, right? They're the hugest manufacturer in the U.S., right?
Huge. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, and their Florida plant's in Tampa.
So that's great.
Buying local.
That's really cool. Yeah, supporting the local economy.
Yeah.
There's always these situations where you look to try to support local businesses, and that's one thing I'm big on, is supporting local companies, the local economy.
Yep.
So that's good to know.
Yeah, it's right outside of Tampa.
Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and this time of year, what kind of tips are you giving? I mean, people, what can they do? Just get that inspection done. Obviously,
the biggest thing. I mean, even yesterday, we had guys go out there to a house, and it was, when the rain came the other day, and it's backing up. Mm-hmm. They go out to the house, and the gutters are completely full, backing up over top of the gutter, and over your drip edge, back in your roof, because you've got an old roof and it's not sealed as tight.
Yep.
Clean those gutters. I mean, good gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you see it everywhere. You'll go down the road, you'll see a daggum tree limb growing out of a daggum gutter.
Yeah.
And it really and truly, it just damages your house tremendously from the outside in, with that water backing up. That's the easiest thing a homeowner can do, unless you got 2 stories, huge roof or something, but that's the easy one to fix.
Yeah.
Easy one.
Now, shingles are most affordable when it comes to the type of, if you're considering a new construction or maybe a re-roof. The metal roofs look awesome. They sound cool when the rain hits, but they're going to be a little bit more expensive.
Right.
And then you've got the third one would be the tile.
Tile roof, right. Yeah, so the best value for your dollar, basically, we're talking about trying to educate folks, right?
Yeah.
The best value for your dollar is the shingles, because the warranty is so good.
Yep.
The material, everybody thinks, well, shingle won't make it 50 years in Florida anymore, but because of the code increases and the requirements by the state to manufacture a better product, the shingles are backed by GAF for that period of time, so that makes it the best value. Your metal's going to last just as long. It's just going to be twice as much. Mm-hmm. So it depends on what you want to see when you drive up in your driveway. A lot of times, the tile is going to be as much as the metal, if not a little more, depending on what kind you get. And then if you get aluminum, if you're on the water, a lot of your houses that you guys sell are on the salt water. So we deal with the one company in Florida that will warranty a roof on the water, metal roof, and it has to be aluminum, but it's a 25-year warranty.
Wow.
But it's going to be, the most expensive roof that we put on. But there again, if you're on the water and you don't want your metal roof to rust, that's what you have to have.
Yeah, and a lot of times when you see these older construction homes. By the way, if you just joined us, I'm Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Chuck Peterson, Suncoast Roofing, and when you look at the flat roofs, they come and then they have that flat roof. Those are the ones that cause a lot of problems.
It's tremendous. It's the worst architectural design on the planet, right? And every house in Florida's got them.
A lot of
every one we walk to, right? The back porch, the lanai, the front porch, who knows, right?
Yeah.
So if we go to redo your house, we're going to put a pitch on that flat roof. So it's going to go from wherever the main roof is, we're going to pitch it out to the front. Mm-hmm. So no more standing water. The transition, the area where the flat roof and the other roof meet is where the leak always occurs because the water just stands there, has no way to get off.
Yeah,
because it's a flat.
Yeah.
So we now pitch that roof, run that water off. So all that goes away. And it's tied right into your warranty.
Yep. Now, Chuck, a lot of people are adding solar onto their roofs with the fact that they get great rebates from the federal government. There's so many cool things when you look at owning your solar after 8 to 10 years, making a lower payment than you would normally pay TECO or Duke or whatever Florida Power and Light you're with. Solar. So is there concerns there when people are putting holes through the roof, or they say they have these unique ways that they do it now?
Right.
What have you seen?
All right. So if we put the roof on, now we do solar as well, as you know. I didn't wear my solar shirt today, but we have that shirt too, right? But so if we put the roof on and then you hire somebody else to put the solar panels on and they put a rack system on and it drills through your brand new shingles, it voids your warranty. Now, the solar company a lot of times will say they will cover that warranty if you put it on. Whether they will or not, I can't advise you on that. All I can tell you is if you put it on a brand new roof and then you drill right through that brand new roof, then you've voided the warranty if GAF says they don't want to cover it. I mean, so the one option that we have that we've talked about in the past is we have a solar, GAF has a solar deck. It goes right on your deck. Shingles go right around it. So not only do you get the benefit of the solar on your roof, it's flat. It's about the height of a skylight, so it's not sticking up off your roof. And that 30% tax credit that you get this year, we wrap it into the, it's a one price thing because we're doing your roof and your solar at one time. So it kind of helps out when you give that invoice to your tax advisor and say, here's what I paid. I got my roof and my solar done. Here's my invoice.
Very cool.
So it helps out on the 30% as well. So it's a great deal. Just
a lot of reasons to call Suncoast Roofing. SuncoastRoofing.net is the website. SuncoastRoofing.net. And, of course, ConsumerQB.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors, including Chuck Peterson at ConsumerQB.com. And when we come back, we got a feel-good story coming at you here. Las Vegas trooper adopts dog he met at Reno checkpoint. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Don't touch that dial. And follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter. The Consumer Quarterback Show page is out there on Facebook as well, and I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn.com, Brandon Rhymes, PA. And we'll be right back after the short break.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by TrueLeaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
and sing. Majesty.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, the #1 real estate company in the world. Published author, professional speaker. Check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves. We'd love for you to check that out, buy a copy on Amazon. But this is kind of the prequel. The book was the prequel to our business that we launched with Ken Shamrock, the UFC Hall of Famer, Ultimate Fighting Champion, WWF legend, as well as WWE. We launched a company called the Business Growth Celebrity Academy. Check out bgca.co. The Business Growth Celebrity Academy helps you become a micro celebrity to grow wealth, build personal brand, and increase your status. Anyone can become a micro celebrity. It's easy, and we'll teach you how right at bgca.co. There's daily webinars running online there as well. And a couple of hot listings I want to let you know about here. 4309 Frierson, East Frierson Avenue in Tampa. This is a property that is just prime opportunity for that developer out there, somebody looking to build. We've got an opportunity for two quadplexes. We've got 2 quadplexes available to be built. The city's already approved it. It's a 0.32 acre parcel right on Frierson Avenue in Tampa. The property's only $119,000 as well. A great opportunity for that builder and developer out there. 11540 Shipwatch, unit number 1391. Now, this property at Shipwatch is in a gated community. It's a condominium right on a lake, so it's a waterfront property, and it's a 2-bedroom in-unit condo in subdivision of Shipwatch. Condo with lakefront and just a gorgeous opportunity to live close to the beach. You're very close to the beach there. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com. PlatinumMVPTeam.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
And we are back here in studio. We got Chuck Peterson in the house, Justin Setzer, executive coaching, plan to lead. And on the phones, we've got Connor Keller, Insect IQ, on the phones from the road. And what you been up to, Connor?
Oh, just living the dream, driving all over the state of Florida.
Yeah, man. Brandon? Chuck raised his hand. He said, yeah, me too. Chuck's in the studio here.
Gainesville last night. So.
Wow.
I'm on I-95 heading to Melbourne right now. So.
Nice.
I put a new Florida feed.
Losing you a little bit. Breaking up a little bit there. We got Connor Keller on the phones having a little technical connection problem here with Connor Keller, Insect IQ Pest Management Services, longtime friend of the program, and he's the operations manager at Insect IQ. They're online at insectiq.com. Hey, Connor, can you hear me now? Looks like we dropped Connor. We tried to get him back here, but yeah, Chuck, Connor's out there handling things and getting up in those.
Yeah, headed towards our Melbourne. He's at our Melbourne office getting the bees out of that place. Who knows?
Yeah, some busy bees over there. Man. It sounds like you guys are staying busy too.
Yeah,
man. That's good stuff. Let's bring Justin into the conversation. Justin Setzer, we've known each other for a decade or more, long time.
Crap, and y'all getting old.
Yeah, we are. So Plan to Lead is his company that he's involved with. He's an executive coach, does executive coaching, team workshops, and what have you been up to, man?
Yeah, just out there encouraging, helping companies in their, companies call us either to help coach their middle management or executives, maybe somebody they're just trying to increase what they're doing. There may be also an executive who's a high performer but has a behavioral issue that's affecting the rest of the team, so they're having us to come in and do that, or take a team through an emotional intelligence workshop.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. They're telling me we got Connor back on the line. Let's try to see if we can get a conversation in here with Connor Keller, Insect IQ. All right, Connor.
Hi, Brandon.
Let's try it again.
I found that one spot in all of Florida that does not have cell service in 2019.
Yeah, there you go. I find that spot too sometimes.
Yeah, so I apologize I couldn't be in studio today. I had to run to Orlando this morning. Had a large oak tree that fell across a road, had some Africanized honeybees in it. The neighbors, everybody was getting attacked. So I went and took care of that. I'm not sure if you got the pictures or not, but it was a huge tree. It crushed a fence and was totally blocking a residential street.
Wow.
And the city needed to get out and remove that, but because of the stinging insects, really nobody could get to within 50 feet of it without being attacked.
Wow, so you came out there with your moon suit on?
Yes, exactly. No, I beekeeper suit. You know, I don't have to get a costume for Halloween this year. I just realized that.
There you go.
My beekeeper, and I have a little honeybee suit that I can dress my 9-year-old son up in it. I got to talk him into that, though. I'm not sure if they'll actually go for that or not. But I'm heading to Melbourne now. I am also going to remove some honeybees from an AMC movie theater. I don't think that's what they meant by the great summer release, a swarm of honeybees.
Yeah.
But supposedly... No, it's really kind of messing up the operation of the movie theaters. So
Wow.
there you go. That's a day in the life of Connor Keller, bee
Yeah.
removal specialist.
Yeah, man. So honeybees, termite and pest control. You've done all types of stinging insects. You do all types of rodent removal, bats, even in Florida. You know, you're seeing some bats out there. So you're always on the go.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, what's really taking up a lot of my time right now are dry with termites. I would say this has been one of the worst years in the 15 years that I've been doing this for swarming and damage and activity. And it's really not relegated to a certain area. You know, you have your areas like downtown Tampa and St. Petersburg that are common year to year, Hyde Park, Old Northeast, those areas, you expect it there, but it really dry with termite activity is popping up everywhere. I was in Zephyr Hills this morning, about as far away as I can get from the Gulf. It's still be in Tampa Bay, and this house is just loaded with dry with termites.
Wow. And it is seasonal. It's a seasonal thing where one season it's going to be more damaging than the other?
No, that's a great question. Actually, termites are year-round in Florida. And we have two types, drywood and subterranean, that you mainly have to be concerned with. Right now, drywood termites are swarming, and that's a natural reproductive behavior of all social insects. Anything with a queen and workers, it's an easy way to explain that. And they swarm or leave the colony to pair up and start new colonies, and that's how they move around the structure. Subterranean termites do that in the late winter, early spring. A lot of times that swarming is confused with ants, and people neglect to do anything at all, and before you know it, your whole house is infested. And that's why I recommend at least an annual termite inspection. Whether you're buying a house or you own a house, you can call a professional and we come out and do a full inspection. They're usually free of charge, let you know what's going on.
Wow, so you guys do free termite inspections, is that correct?
Yes, for homeowners. Now, if it's involving a real estate transaction, if a WDO form is needed, we do charge for that, only because of that state form that's required. It's a legal document. But other than that, I'll come out anytime for anybody, take a look and tell you what's going on. I just want to help you out.
Now, Connor, I've heard it said that every house in Florida has termites.
Well, not necessarily has, but it's a matter of if, not when.
We'll have them at some point because they find their way in. They come in through the foundation. They come in through the attic, or they're finding their way in somehow.
As a matter of fact, we have Formosan termites, which are not new, but they're pretty widespread, and they're an exotic species from China. President Trump didn't negotiate this in the last trade deal. They've been here for quite some time, but they're much more aggressive and very common in the Gulf states. New Orleans is getting devastated by them. You get these large swarms at night, so if you go out in the evening, if you want to go out and exercise in Florida this time of year, usually it's in the evening that you do that, and you see bugs just swarming around lights, chances are that could be Formosan termites.
Wow.
And again, that's how they spread around from house to house, structure to structure.
Yeah. Well, I can give you, again, a lot of our expert contributors we worked with, and Connor, you've had your team over, you've had, several, folks coming over, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, they do a great job. We got about 30 seconds left here, Connor. Tell them about your bundle package.
Sure. That's something new we're doing this year. It can get quite pricey when you consider all the services you may need for your home, termite, pest control, wildlife. The list goes on. Well, I didn't come up with this idea, but I stole it from the phone company, really, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But, yeah, if we take all those services and bundle them together and come up with, like, a monthly billing, it's a win-win situation. It makes it easy on everybody. The consumer saves some money in the process. They have one company that takes care of everything, so they don't have to figure out who to call for the lawn, who to call for the house, who to call for the termites. And you also get a centralized record of the activity, or hopefully lack of activity in the house.
All right, Connor. Thanks so much, Connor. We got a hard break. InsectIQ.com. Check them out online. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at ConsumerQB.com.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by TrueLeaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in any marketplace. A couple of hot listings here. Vacant land. I'm going to talk to you about some vacant land right here. We got some opportunity for builders out there. Builders, developers, everybody's looking for vacant land. Well, I've got several pieces of land here I want to tell you about. We got Chesapeake Drive in Odessa. This property is $500,000, and it is right on the lake. It's on a spring-fed lake. $500,000, got a couple of dilapidated houses on it, but a builder needs to call me about this property. A developer needs to contact me because you can build 2 or 3 houses there. Bosch Drive in Palm Harbor, right on Lake Tarpon, but you've got a view of the water, but not actual waterfront. 1401 Seminole Boulevard in Largo. This property is a corner lot commercial opportunity. 1401 Seminole Boulevard in Largo. Corner vacant land, 0.82 acres, MOL, 200 feet of frontage within the city of Largo. Ideal for general commercial, office, mixed use, medical, retail, restaurant, goods, services, and much more. Check out all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.com. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, we're back here in studio. We got an all-star lineup for you. Chuck Peterson's in the house in studio here. Suncoast Roofing. Justin Setzer, executive coaching. Plan to Lead is his company. So let's go back into it. Sorry, we were kind of in between Connor's call in there, but yeah, man. So it's interesting. So you're working with business owners, entrepreneurs, folks out there that are looking to grow their business.
Yeah. So typically, the sweet spot are companies that are typically doing probably more than $5 million a year, maybe under $200 million a year, and scaling pretty quickly are the ones that we've done a lot of business with. Or it's or a company that has an executive that they're dealing with a behavior problem with, and they call us in for for 6 months to 12 months, and we work with them on emotional intelligence to improve them, because they're great performers, but they have an area they just need a tweak. They're taking everybody off.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's that
Not
outside
great managers.
It's that outside perspective, right? I mean, every athlete, they always say Tiger Woods has his coach. You're twisting your wrist, you're not following through. There's all those little things. So the same way an athlete needs a coach, business people need a coach. Entrepreneurs, real estate agents need a coach.
Yeah, middle management or executive teams. We coach anything from executives, nonprofits, to chief technology officers. I coach 4 or 5 CEOs at this time, and our team, or one of our coaches, coach many people from Habitat for Humanity and different organizations, just helping them along the way. Also, another thing that we just one part is helping people with their hiring process. One of the biggest challenges for hiring is that when the people who are hiring always have bias. So we take them through a patented process to help them to eliminate that bias and use basically data in their hiring process to eliminate their person. Oh, I like that person. Yeah, because they're like you, but we don't need you for that role.
They're like
in
you.
your role.
That's a big part of it. One of my favorite books this year I read was Chris Voss, FBI. He's a former FBI lead international hostage negotiator, and he wrote a book called Negotiating as If Your Life Depended on It. Never Split the Difference is the title, and he goes through.
Book.
Yeah, it's a great book. Have you read it?
Top 5 favorites. Yeah,
my two, top 5.
Awesome.
I told him that when he was on the show, but exactly what you just mentioned, because we have such a cognitive bias. Not only, just backing it down to being a good listener. He kind of jokes about when 2 people are talking, it's not really 2 people talking. It's 4 people. It's more like 4 people talking, because we're thinking about what we're going to say. He's thinking about how he's going to respond, and then especially if we're kind of bullheaded type negotiators, we're not really open to hearing anything anyways, right? We're going to be focusing on our own point of view, and then how we're going to react to that, what he just said. We're not even really listening.
Yeah, it's a great book. I love Chris Voss. It's great.
Yeah.
One of my favorite reads from last year.
Absolutely. So how does that relate to business? Let's back it up. What's one of the number one things you're seeing today? What are you helping people with? What's one of the number one problems people have?
Yeah, so I would think one of the number one problems that they are experiencing, and this is going to sound kind of interesting, and is actually just taking care of the basics. So people get so caught up in success in these companies. If you have a company that goes from $3 million to $25 million a year, and they're growing, what happens in the midst of they get so caught up in the growth, or even a business person who's trying to move the company, they really start to walk away from the basics. Are you truly caring for your customers? Are you truly caring for your employees? Are you truly caring about what's significant in their eyes? Or are you just moving along? Because what happens over time, you can somewhat neglect your people for a little while and your clients, but not for long, because it has a snowball effect. So just taking people who are scaling very quickly back to the basics, then that's really what matters. I worked in the restaurant industry when I was young, and one of the lessons I learned was from the owners, and he always said he worked for one of the largest private companies in America, and he said the thing they always did, and they're excellent company, they said let's go back to the basics. Are you caring for your people? Are you encouraging them? Are you challenging them? Are you developing them?
And one of the things that my wife works with me now at the company, and the way that I'm looking back at the way that I ran my business from a different perspective is she has fun. She comes in, people are laughing. If you can keep people laughing and have fun with it, that's going to attract quality talent. It's going to keep them happy, and they're going to look forward to coming work and not dread it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and she livens up the atmosphere and cares for and encourages them. And we know from studies worldwide, 1 million people were studied worldwide. Rewards and recognition is the #1 driver for employee engagement.
Wow.
And that has to do with not financial, it's talking about. It's actually just rewarding people.
Yeah.
And the United States is giving people the ability to do their job, enabling structure.
I can see that.
Creating a structure, especially in a very fast technology growth areas, is giving them the ability to actually be able to do their jobs, their tools, resources, knowledge to do their jobs. And that's sometimes how they help us why they bring us in.
I could see that even with the job title. Hey, you've been with the company this long. We're going to give you maybe a raise, monetary, but we're going to change your job title. That's going to be a big one for them.
Absolutely.
You're no longer this. We're going to give you a title that sounds better. So the appreciation awards, that's interesting. So that was #1 in the study?
#1 worldwide in the whole world is, and that's it's not monetary either. It's rewards and recognition above pay. So it's just like, hey, Brandon, you did an incredible job encouraging that person.
Yeah.
You just helped our bottom line so much. Thank you. You're a rock star.
In front of other people.
Yes, in front of other people. Yeah. And you got to find out what's helps them. What's interesting is we found our most popular thing that companies have us to do besides one-on-one coaching is they take a half day off their schedule. They have their key people come in and they want us to teach them how to create a very specific plan to help them hit their vision, purpose, and goals in their personal life and in the business, and make their schedule tie them all in together. We call it My Plan to Lead. That's the name of it, My Plan to Lead. So helping their individuals hit their personal goals, their business goals, and get very clear on how they're doing it. Because one of the biggest problems is people focus too much on their goals, but if they would just focus on creating the necessary clarity around the habits, their goals become automated and they'll get it every time.
Wow, that's big. Yeah, the habits. It's it reminds me of a great quote. I think it was Jim Rohn. He said, discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. It's the fact that we have this goal. And then if we can break that goal down into kind of like rungs on the ladder, I got the first one, I'm going up the ladder, I got the next rung. So that it's the rungs on the ladder. And if you just keep putting the one foot in front of the other and focusing on the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, the 20% of the things that really matter, and it all boils down to habits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the habits, basically, they did a study and they found out that 40% of what we do subconsciously are habits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, literally, so in our...
I said 70.
You think higher, yeah.
He's the high end of the spectrum. Some are 70, some are 10. So it kind of rounds itself out. Yeah. Just creating habits and just, going in and helping organizations out. And by the way, if you have an organization listening that's looking to, help your company go a long way, maybe just start truly caring for your employees. Maybe they don't feel cared for, empowered. We'd love to come in and help you any way possible.
The website is plan2lead.com. You can reach out to Justin Setzer. Tell him you heard about him on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And so habits, very important. What else? Give me some good stuff here.
So the habits are very important, and also helping people to basically accountability. I know that sounds so interesting, but the old way of doing, and I apologize for those who are still doing, so the old way of doing like performance feedback and reviews was twice a year, mid-years and annuals.
Yeah.
Right? And that's becoming like so archaic, and a lot of corporate Fortune 500 companies are getting away. But they say the best way that works is a phrase I use is continual performance management. That means every single week you're meeting with the people. Yeah, and you got it. That's what's necessary, and that studies are showing at least or every other week, even for coaching, whether it's internal or external, is letting people know how they're doing, are they hitting it, and giving them real-time feedback.
Yes.
And the great thing about that is not only does the manager or the supervisor give their the people who are working under them, I hate to use that term, also the people who are closest to information are like, hey, you guys know that initiative you guys just started and this tools, it actually doesn't work for what you want. It's affecting our morality. We don't have the proper training, and it actually works hand in hand for both sides.
Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, definitely weekly, hey, you're on target. You said you wanted to hit this goal. I'm here to help you. You're not going to reach your goal because you're not prospecting enough. You got to have, 50 contacts a day or whatever it is, whatever that number is. So that means you need to prospect more. You need to door knock. You need to make the phone calls, whatever that is. Reach out to your database. So that's the thing that is so important, is just measuring the goals or the performance by, following it back to, hey, you say you want to make $10 million or close $10 million in volume per year as a realtor. What is it going to take to do that? How many calls do you have to make? How many listing appointments do you have to have? How many buyers do you have to work with? When you break it down into that sense, then that's when it really, that's how you break it down. That's how you get the numbers.
Yeah, and when people feel, even if it's internal, when people feel your weight of wanting to help them, like you want to hit this, and guess what? I actually want to help you.
Great point.
Like I'm here for you. You're not alone in this.
Yep.
Because we know that people don't even know what they're supposed to do with their work anyways. According to Gallup, I mentioned this last time, 50% of employees don't actually know what their job description is.
Wow.
And 50% of managers. And middle managers are the people who need the most love in the workplace. And this is the reason why. They're the ones that most likely get disengaged. They feel the pressure from those executives, and they feel the pressure from the people they're leading.
Yes.
They get crunched in the middle of it. So that's why we do a lot of coaching encouragement in that area with one-on-one coaching with those people to help them to learn how to have a business owner mindset, executive mindset, so they can encourage and do what the people on top want, but also care for the people below. It really just creates a tremendous energy.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. More from Justin coming up in our lightning round. Chuck Peterson as well in our lightning round. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom coming here right after this short break. And also our feel-good story of the day is a good one. Las Vegas trooper adopts dog he met at Reno checkpoint. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Ian Beckles here.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leave on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Make sure you follow us online at Brandon Rhymes1 on Instagram and Twitter, the Consumer Quarterback Show Facebook page out there as well. We'd love to connect with you online, of course, at LinkedIn as well. We can connect there. But want to help you win. 5 o'clock drive time. We're your #1 consumer advocate program here. 5 o'clock drive time, 1380 The Biz, the Wall Street Business Network. Our weekend show is on FM 102.5 The Bone. That's Sunday mornings. And we also have a daily syndication on WeBeam TV. We're on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Sony TV, and 85 other outlets. So we're pretty much all over the place. You can search Binge Networks on your smart TV, and you'll find all of our shows there as well at our website, consumerqb.com. Replenish IV Solutions. This segment is brought to you by Steve and Lisa Gunnan with Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. We're talking about vitamins, minerals, electrolytes, and these are vitamin infusion drips directly right into your bloodstream. And I love it when I go get hooked up once a month. I get that proverbial oil change, so to speak. Get the fatigue fighter, the weight loss, get the vitamins in there, all types of amino acids and extras that you can add on as well. And a big shout out to our friends at Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance, located on Bears in Del Mabry, and also a South Tampa office on Gandy Boulevard at the Dalton Dental Building right there in South Tampa. Say hello to Steve and Lisa Gunnan if you see them out there, and let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. And we're back here in studio. We got Chuck Peterson in the house, Suncoast Roofing, Justin Setzer, Plan to Lead. And before we jump back into this great content, I want to let you know about a hot property listing that we've got here, 223 South River Hills Drive. This is a estate-style home on the Hillsborough River by USF in Temple Terrace. This is a property that is available for sale, 5 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, single-family home on a conservation lot on the Hillsborough River, and it's almost a half-acre lot right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Hot real estate property listing, compliments of the Platinum MVP team. Check out platinummvpteam.com. And as you know, every day we're going to tell you something positive in our feel-good story of the day.
Tell me something good.
So a highway trooper rescued a German Shepherd while working a commercial enforcement checkpoint in Reno, Nevada 2 weeks ago. Las Vegas commercial enforcement trooper Freeman was working a joint commercial enforcement checkpoint in Reno when a German Shepherd strolled in. The Nevada Highway Patrol said on a Facebook post, Freeman and the dog formed a bond as the Shepherd was, quote, quite skittish around the troopers. But animal control was contacted and they took control of the Shepherd. Freeman received a phone call from a rescue agency on Wednesday with an update. The dog was due to be euthanized in Reno, but the rescue group saved the dog and called Freeman. Freeman drove to Reno and adopted the dog. According to NHP, the dog, now named Chief, got a second chance at life and will live with the Freeman family. So
awesome.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
German Shepherd's a good breed too, right?
Without a doubt.
Protect the house.
Yeah.
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 All right, let's jump into our lightning round here.
The lightning round.
I am so good at lightning rounds.
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, let's go. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Chuck Peterson.
We got lightning coming. August, the rainiest month in Florida.
Yeah, it is.
By quantity. So if you're going to have your roof looked at to make sure you're good, now's a good time.
They call our sports team the Tampa Bay Lightning. Is that for a reason?
I don't know. They lightning out last year. Let's not talk about that.
I went to that.
The lightning went out.
I went to that Adam Sandler show and they had Rob Schneider there.
Right.
And he kept joking about, but they won the season. They did a good job on the season, but
just be quiet.
Not so much for the playoffs.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Top tips, nuggets of advice. Justin Setzer, Plan to Lead.
Yeah, as you're thinking about, we're entering a new quarter. This week was a new quarter, and a lot of people want to make a lot of goals, and you can do that, and that's fine. But a real simple thing to do is, a lot of people use this as called a keep, start, stop model. Think about 3 things in your business organization you need to keep doing. You need to do well. You need to be excellent. If you do that, you're going to hit your numbers. There's 2 things that you need to stop doing. They're wasting your time. They're not helping your bottom line. They're moving. They're busy work that just need to stop doing and start. what's one thing if you start doing will help your company move forward significantly in this next season? And put your have 3 things you're going to keep doing. They're pillars for what you do. You need to be excellent at them. 2 things that are waste your time. They're not giving you the return that you need. And 1 thing that you need to start doing that'll help you give the lift for your company or organization in this next quarter.
I like that.
Good advice.
And if everybody did that, they would actually see results. And the problem is a lot of times when you're talking about this, less than 5%, 10% of the people actually take action, and that's why you see, those habits form.
Yeah, and that's why we are in business, because that's why they hire us.
That's why Justin's still around. If everybody did everything he said, he'd be out in about a year or 2.
Yeah, that's right. All right, I got a good one for you, and it's from the Chris Voss book where he talked about the 7-38-55% rule. Okay, you probably heard this one. It's an oldie but goodie, but it really, if you think about it, 7% of what you actually say, and this is when you're in a conversation or it could be a negotiation, 7% is based on the actual words, okay? 7% is based on the words. 38% is how you say it, the tone that you use when you say the words, and the overwhelming majority, 55%, is the body language, how you say it with your gestures and your body language and your facial expressions. That's a big key when it comes to negotiation and also reading other people. I love the chapter in the book where he talked about the Pinocchio effect. You remember that one? So the Pinocchio, remember Carlo Collodio's the character he made, Pinocchio. What happened? His nose grew every time he lied, right? So when you're spotting a liar, it's called the Pinocchio effect, because their word count is going to grow.
Right.
So they're kind of baffling. What he quotes another book where he says they're trying to baffle you with BS, right? So they're using so many words and they're creating this big elaborate story. So if you put it together, if you put the 7-38-55 rule in conjunction with the what they call the Pinocchio effect, you can spot liars.
Oh yeah.
Some people get good at it. Some people get really good at it.
He's a pro at it.
Yeah. You can spot it really well?
Yeah, and
I don't know. That's really subjective. I hope so.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just know it, though.
You can feel it.
When
you just know
me,
it.
you see them pretty quick these days.
Can you spot it, Chuck?
Yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah.
Pretty quick. But, that's interesting that it's only 38% of how you say it, because I'm telling everybody that works for us, you get a call, well, so-and-so, she's mad at me, and then you call them like, no, I'm not. I just want them to do this.
Yeah.
Because how you tell them
exactly.
the direction that you give them with your voice is different than the direction you give them with your words.
Yeah.
You have to understand.
That's right.
How you say it.
The tone. Yeah.
So
and the big thing too, Justin, going back to the different it is. And when you go back to the different types of negotiators and personalities, right? So I even see it in some of my interpersonal relationships. So I'm very assertive. I'm the high driven, time is money. I'm always, boom, boom, what's next? Let's make this, let's do it. Let's move it to to the next step. What's the next? That's my personality. A lot of people are the opposite of that. I mean, they're analytical. They want to slow it down, and when they stop and make a pause in their conversation, an analytic or an assertive like me, that means, let me fill it with words. Let me jump in there and talk some more. But what does an analyst want, Justin? They want
all the information before moving forward. They're looking to make a sound decision, and someone assertive is like, let's make a decision.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And those are typically 2 of the behavior profiles are most likely to rub each other wrong.
Yeah.
That's another thing we just help companies recognize the difference of who's in the room, who's in the meeting,
Yes.
and then once they understand each other and what each other's looking for, it can help a company. That can be a huge.
Yeah,
you see that,
I'm
Chuck?
a negotiator, because I do all the time. Because and you're dealing with HOA boards and all the other kind of boards that we deal with and all.
Yeah.
So I used to be because I can make a decision in a minute. If you ask me, I make one. Might be wrong.
Yeah.
And I can fix it, but I'm gonna make one. But when I'm negotiating these days, I'll just let you talk, and then I'll ask you a question, and I'm gonna let you go for a while, and then when you get all amped up, you're going, and I'm like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, using mirrors. I love the book.
But that's because I'm older now. I used to be, here's what I think we ought to do, and everybody, the whole board's looking at you, and they're like, what the heck? This guy trying to tell us what to do?
Yeah. It's a different version from the 25-year-old you or 30-year-old to now, 40 or 40 plus, depending.
It's definitely 40 plus, brother.
And the thing, Chuck, too, and Justin, is when you think about what strategies work, he talks about also mirrors. So a mirror is simply where you just repeat the last 1 to 3 words that the person said. An assertive like me is going to jump all over that. That's going to work really good because I'm just going to want to talk.
And I hate that when people do that to me. Or they give me my name, like, okay, Chuck. Well, this is what, okay, Chuck. I'm like, I know my name.
They're
You don't have to tell me
overusing your
again,
word.
you know?
It's a coaching strategy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when people say, "Yeah, there's something inside me that says I can't do it," you're like, "There's something inside you that says you can't do it." But then you say, "Well, what's really true?"
Yeah, repeat it back.
What's really true?
Yeah, pull it out.
What's really true?
Yeah, hey, good stuff. I wish we could keep going on this, but we got to wrap this show up. But hey, another great show. Chuck Peterson, Suncoast Roofing. Check him out online, suncoastroofing.net.
Yep.
And Justin Setzer, plantolead.com. And thanks for coming in. Good stuff today.
Appreciate it, Big
Please
Big.
go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing. Carry it with you to and from your commute. Hand it to that person that you see in need and be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.